question is, consider a continuous time LTI system with unit impulse response. Unit impulse response h of t is equal to u of t, and the input x of t is equal to e power minus at into u of t. And here they have given the condition. This condition is a is greater than 0. You know where a is present? A is present in the exponential signal e power minus at. So a is greater than 0. That means a is positive. To indicate that, they have given here a is greater than 0. Find the output y of t of the system. So a greater than 0 is very, very important. So a greater than 0 means our input is, our a value is positive. So if it is a is greater than 0, then it is e power minus at only. So for e power minus at, this is your exponential curve. Suppose if in the question, if they mention a is less than 0, can anybody tell me how this x of t equation will be changed? Any idea? X of t will be equal to e power minus of,
Power plus
very good,
CAT.
very good, very good, very good. So since a is less than 0, in place of a I will substitute minus a. So what I will get here? I will get e power plus at. So if it is e power plus at, then my diagram will be completely different. So how the diagram will be? So the diagram will be an increasing curve like this. Okay, I hope you can understand this hint given in the question, a greater than 0. So that is very important. So as soon as you see the question with power a in the power of e, you should check whether a is greater than 0 or less than 0. If nothing is given in the question, defaultly you have to assume that a is greater than 0. So with this introduction, I will just start the solution. So my aim is to find out the output y of t. So since we are dealing with continuous time signal, so my formula is y of t is equal to x of t convolution with h of t. So this convolution symbol for the continuous time signal is replaced by integration, whereas for discrete time signal it was replaced with the summation. So integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau into d tau. Okay. So there we use k as the new variable along with n minus k we use. So here I will use tau as a variable along with t. So it is t minus tau. So I hope you are getting this difference. So with this, so the steps are similar to the discrete time systems problems. So the first step is I should draw the diagram for the x as well as h of t and x of t. So in the question they have separately given what is x of t expression and what is h of t expression. Separately they have given. So we no need to again assume the given value to x and h. So now directly I will take x of t expression. X of t is equal to e power minus at into u of t. So as I said, u of t represents, it is positive side, 0 to infinity. So once I draw for positive side, then I no need to represent u of t along the y-axis. So directly I can say that it is e power minus at. So e power minus at is, the graph is shown like this. So if you substitute the t value as 0, e power minus 0 is 1. So if you substitute t is equal to 1, and you can assume a value as 1 only. So if you assume a value is 1, then e power minus 1, if you calculate in the calculator, it will be less than 1. Similarly, if t is equal to 2, again it will be decreasing. So that's why I'm getting the decreasing curve. So I hope you have copied this diagram. X of t is equal to e power minus at u of t. So next thing is I need to draw h of t. As per the question, h of t is equal to u of t. So I will write first h of t, h of t. Since the expression is u of t, I will draw the unit step signal. So it is 0 to infinity. So this directly we are drawing as per the expression. But after drawing this, we know what is the next step we have to do. So the next step is uh, x of t will be written as x of tau. Like in the previous discrete time problems, n was replaced with k. In the same way, here I am replacing x of t with tau. So if I replace t with tau, then it is x of tau. See, in my notes, I have unnecessarily written u of tau. Okay, it is wrong because that u of tau, we have already used it. The value is 1, the magnitude is 1 from 0 to infinity. So I no need to repeat this u of tau in all the places. So it is x of tau is equal to e power minus a tau. Wherever t was there in x of t expression, I am replacing with tau. And here the next step is, so if I keep x of t static, then h of t I have to do the shifting operation. So how the shifting operation is done? It is h of t minus tau. So why we are doing h of t minus tau? Because in the formula of y of t, we have h of t minus tau, h of t minus tau. Because of this reason, I have to find the diagram for h of t minus tau. So you all know very well, you are experienced now. We have solved n number of problems. So how to do h of t minus tau? So can you just check whether the diagram is correct? H of t minus tau. Is it right? The shifting operation.
Yes,
This,
ma'am.
yes, yes. So h of t minus tau is done. And I can indicate at the origin what it is. So now your x-axis is tau. Okay, it is not t. So tau is equal to t. That relation we have to make, because it is exactly starting at origin 0, so it is just t. Suppose if it is starting at minus 2, so it is t minus 2. If it is starting at plus 2, it is t plus 2. Like that we will write. Since it is starting at the origin, tau is directly equal to t. So now as soon as you shift, immediately you try to multiply it. Then only you will get the output at the origin, that means y of 0. So can anybody tell me, if I multiply these two signals directly, will I get the output? So this analysis is important. Will we get the output?
No, ma'am.
No. So can we write the condition then? What is the condition I can write? When t is less than 0. See here, less than 0. Here nothing is there. When t is less than 0, since I do not have any signal in x of tau, I can write when t is less than 0, directly I can write y of t is equal to 0. So this is the first condition I am arriving at. So this condition, this is very important. It carries step marks in the exam. They will try to check your analysis. So when t is less than 0, since we do not have any signal of signal from x of t, but we have signal from h of t. So 0 multiplied with amplitude 1 gives again 0 only. So when t is less than 0, my output y of t is equal to 0. So that condition we have analyzed it. So later on, I know the opposite case. When t is greater than 0, definitely I will get the output. I hope you understood. So when t becomes greater than 0, what will happen? We will do one shifting. One shift we will do to get the output y of 1. When we solve the initial problems of discrete time, so we will do the shifting one step. So now I can say that I will get the common amplitudes now between these two signals. Definitely I will get the output. Similarly, next I will be doing one more shift and one more shift, like that. I'll be keep on continuing shifting operation. So I can finally conclude that when t is greater than 0, when t is greater than 0, I will get the output. So I can write my output. Y of t is equal to, I have analyzed when t is greater than 0, I am getting output. So the lowermost limit is 0. So the uppermost limit is t, 0 to t. Here I have identified tau is equal to t. This t we are substituting here as the upper limit. Okay. Suppose in place of t, if you have t plus 2, my upper limit would have been t plus 2. So understand everything, how we are substituting the upper limit, how we are substituting the lower limit. Okay. So since I do not know the value, the number, exact number, I will take that as t. T can be any number. So that t only I am substituting here as the upper limit. So as per the formula, it is x of tau, h of t minus tau into d tau. And you know from the question, x of tau is nothing but e power minus a tau, and h of t minus tau is nothing but the unit step signal. It takes the value 1. So up to this, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. So now can you just multiply e power minus a tau with 1? It becomes same. And can you try to do the integration by your own? Because integration is very easy and it is the simplest term. So e power minus a tau, if I do the integration to e power minus a tau divided by the constant is minus a. So divided by minus a. Then I have to substitute the limits for tau because the integration is with respect to tau, d tau. So 0 to t. I have to substitute the upper limit and I have to substitute the lower limit. So before substituting upper limit and lower limit, you can try to take this 1 by minus a outside. So when you substitute the upper limit, it is e power minus at minus of e power 0 is 1. So I should not write my answer with minus sign at outside the bracket. So I should try to show positive. What I can do is I can just interchange, or I can take this minus inside the bracket. If I take this minus inside the bracket, so e power minus 80 becomes minus e power minus 80, and this minus 1 becomes plus 1. So can I write my answer like this? Y of t is equal to 1 by a into 1 minus e power minus 80. And I should write the condition t is greater than or equal to 0. So I have repeatedly told, instead of writing the condition t greater than 0, we have one more option also. So instead of writing t greater than 0, I can also write into u of t. So this u of t represents what? Greater than 0 concept only. 0 to infinity, I will be having the signal. In this place, I will be having the signal. So instead of writing the condition with t, I can directly write. I can skip the condition t. Instead, I can write u of t. So sometimes in the exam, the key answer may be with U of t. So suppose the faculty who goes for valuation, if they do not know the subject, uh, they do not know whether this answer is correct or not. So they try to see this answer. So they may feel that there is a difference between the key answer and your answer. So they may reduce the mark. There are chances. So I'm repeatedly telling for all the problems, if you have 2 or 3 types of presenting the answer, try to present it. Okay. So now we have to draw the diagram. So I want you to just take the calculator and I want you to just uh, do the calculation as per my steps. So I will just, because a value I don't know, I will just assume 1, not for this. This I will write it as magnitude. Magnitude is 1 by a into this number. So this 1 by a I will try to maintain as 1 by a only. But inside the bracket I have to calculate it. So inside the bracket I have 1 minus e power minus a. So I will just assume a as 1 just for the calculation purpose. I want to prove that I will get this type of waveform. So for that purpose I am just asking you to assume a value as 1. So if a value is 1, initially t I will be substituting 0 initially. So it is 1 minus 1 is 0. That's why my graph is starting at 0. I hope you are getting it. Then the next value of uh, t is 1. So if I substitute t as 1, I want you to just do the calculation in the calculator. Okay, get me the answer. 1 minus e power minus 1.
0.63, ma'am.
0.63. Okay, 0.63. Can you just keep next value 2? So 0.63 means the graph is rising like this. Okay, next
0.86.
0.8 something. So again the graph is increasing here. Okay, next I want you to keep the bigger number. I want you to keep 10. 1 minus e power minus 10.
0.99.
0.99. So if you keep t as 10 also, you are getting 0.99, which is approximately equal to 1. I want you to keep t value is 100 also. So now you do 1 minus e power minus 100. Tell me the answer.
1.
1. So what I'm trying to convey is the value remains steady. It takes approximately the value of 1. So for whatever the values of t. Okay. That's why the graph here I am just maintaining saturation position. You know what is the meaning of saturation? So earlier values were small and later it was increasing. After some value of t, if I keep any value of t, I am getting the answer as 0.99 or 1. So I'm maintaining the constant amplitude here. So in order to prove that, I have asked you to do the calculation by assuming a value as 1. That's it. Any value of a you can take accordingly, you will get the amplitudes. But finally, the conclusion is the amplitude becomes steady. So I hope you completely understood this problem. I hope this is easy. So always we start with the easiest one, then later on we'll go with the complex problems. So can I move on to the next problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now I just want you to copy this question. This is a bit unique and you should concentrate much. Consider an LTI system. See, they have to give in the question LTI, the word should be there because convolution we are doing for LTI system. LTI is nothing but linear time invariant system. So convolution is applicable for only LTI system. Definitely you should search for this word in the question. Then only how to go for convolution formula. With unit impulse response h of t is given. See here, when compared to previous problem, h of t was easy in previous problem. It was just u of t. Okay, but here along with h of t, they are giving one more amplitude e power minus t. So this e power minus t, we have to use it in the formula. So if some expression is there for h of t, little much extra work we have to do. Then h of t is discussed now. If the input is applied to the system, x of t is equal to e power minus 3t within the bracket u of t minus u of t minus 2. So now find the output y of t of the system. Y of t of the system. So first I should know how to draw h of t and u of x of t. See, let me show you h of t. H of t is similar to the previous problem x of t. X of t was e power minus at something we had into u of t. So if it is e power minus of any number into t, then it is actually a decreasing curve like this. So you should understand this. If it is e power minus at or minus any number into t, it is a decreasing curve. So closing your eyes, you can draw this diagram for e power minus of t. So I am repeatedly, I am just using this u of t. I no need to write u of t because you know the reason. This u of t represents, I should draw the graph from 0 to infinity and its amplitude is 1. Okay. So this 1 multiplied with e power different values, e power minus 1, e power minus 1, somebody said point something, point 0.5. So point 0.5 into 1 is point 0.5. Then e power minus 2, so like that, into 1. So it will be a decreasing curve. So now next, so plotting h of t is not important thing here because that we know very well. Plotting x of t is important. So as I said earlier, I said e power minus of anything is this one only. But along with this, they have mentioned something in the bracket. So I should try to solve the bracket term. So I'm going to solve the bracket term. I know first step I have to draw separately u of t. After drawing u of t, I should draw the next diagram u of t minus 2 first. T minus 2. Minus 2 means, you know, from where you have to start the graph. So u of t and u of t minus 2 means I am starting at 2. Okay. So the second graph is for u of t minus 2. But as per the bracket term, I don't want plus u of t minus 2. I have minus u of t minus 2. So you all know very well if it is minus. So how to change this graph? So let me just draw the graph. Minus of u of t minus 2, minus of u of t minus 2. So the amplitude will be at the bottom. Okay, the amplitude will be at the bottom, minus 1. Here it is plus 1. So here it is minus 1. Okay, I hope I am clear. So now which two things we have to add? We have to add u of t with minus of u of t minus 2. You have to add these two diagrams. So when you add, can anyone tell me how to draw the final answer? Tell me from where the graph starts. So 0, 1, 2. I'm just labeling the x-axis. Here also it is 0, 1, 2. So at 0, if you see both the signals, in one signal the amplitude is 1, in another signal the amplitude is 0. So I will get the amplitude as 1 only. And at the next value of t, my amplitude is 1, but here there is no amplitude. So again, for the next value also the amplitude is 1 only. But you see at 2, what is happening? At 2, what is happening?
0.
0. Okay. So I cannot make completely 0. As per this u of t, the bracket term, I will get the graph like this. So I'm showing it at the left hand side. You can see here I'm showing it at the left hand side. As per the graph, so the amplitude at 2, I have not marked properly. Wait a minute. Amplitude at 2 is 0. So I will get the graph between 0 and 1 only. And at 2, I do not get anything. Okay. So now the thing is I have to multiply this e power minus 3t which I have drawn here as per the question with this bracket term u of t minus 2. So if you multiply this, okay, if you multiply this, you will get the decreasing curve, not completely 0 at 2, you will get partial amplitude at 2. I hope you are getting it. So this is very important in this problem. Okay. So when exponential signal is multiplied with unit step signal, so that multiplication, what it says, my value will not drop immediately. The value will not drop immediately at 2. It will be having some amplitude and then it will drop. So if you understand this, then easily we can complete the remaining steps. So now, you know the next step. Without forgetting, you should write the formula. Whether you are using it or not, definitely you will use it. You have to write the formula. So this carries step marks. Y of t is equal to x of t into convolution with, this is not into, it is convolution with h of t. And its expansion is integral minus infinity plus infinity x of tau h of t minus of beta. So we have done this, but the graph we have not still completed. After writing x of t and h of t, I have to replace t with tau for x. So I am writing x of tau. X of tau is equal to e power minus of 3 tau. The structure of the graph is same, only the y-axis and x-axis will be with tau now. And you know the next h of t minus tau, we need to do it. So earlier h of t was like this, t minus tau means you know how to do it. Okay. So now, so successfully we could draw x of tau into h of t minus tau. Now the analysis is important. Now can anybody check the diagram and tell me at what value of t I will get the output as 0? Can you just, because we will be directly multiplying this to get the output y of 0. Direct multiplication after shifting we will do. When we directly multiply, will we get any output?
No, ma'am.
No. So can we say that when t is less than 0, I will get the output 0? So that step you have to write without faith. You can see the steps here. When t is less than 0, this analysis is important. X of, this is actually optional. Directly you can write y of t is equal to 0. Or what we have done here is this x of tau into h of t minus tau. We have multiplied as per the diagram. So when we multiplied, we got the output as 0. So since this product is 0, I know y of t is nothing but the integration of the product, integration of this product, x of tau, h of tau. Since this is 0, then integration of this 0 is again 0. So Directly also you can write y of t is equal to 0. Okay, then what is your analysis? The analysis, next analysis is the opposite analysis. So when I may get the output, I get the output when t is greater than 0. Okay, greater than or equal to 0. See now, one more thing I want to convey here. So this is a hint you have to note down in your notebook. The hint, what my hint says is, I'm just going back to the first problem. If you see the first problem, okay, both your x of tau and h of t minus tau both are infinite. Please understand my logic. Both are infinite. Both are infinite. If both are infinite, okay, I will be finding only one output. That output is nothing but because I analyze t is greater than 0, I will get the output. So I will get only one output. That output is integral 0 to t. But whereas in this problem, the current problem, the second problem, am I getting two inputs are infinite? Can anybody tell me? Am I getting two inputs are infinite?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No.
No, ma'am.
No. So if one input is finite, if one input is finite, then I will be performing the output calculation of y of t in two ways. Two ways means two different outputs I will get. So infinite multiplied with finite multiplied with infinite. So understand this. This is very important. So if this is the case, then you can see the step I have written when t is greater than or equal to 0 and t less than 2. Why t less than 2? In the diagram, I am getting the drop at 2. So that number I am putting here. So that number you can see here in the screen. I am just taking the condition t greater than or equal to 0 and t less than 2. This is very important. Okay. So understanding this, we will just perform the substitution. Y of t is equal to integral greater than 0. So greater than 0 and t less than 2. T less than 2 means I don't know. Less than 2 means which number I should write. So I am writing plainly t here. I'm writing plainly t. But this condition should be written. Though we are not substituting the 2 as the upper limit, this condition is very, very important. Okay. So the integration is from 0 to t. And you know what is x of tau? X of tau, as per the question, it is e power minus 3 tau. And it is h of t minus tau is, in the question they have not given h of t minus tau. They have given h of t only. H of t was e power minus t. But I want h of t minus tau. So how to find t minus tau? T minus tau is equal to wherever t is there in e power t. So I have to replace with t minus tau. I hope there is no doubt in this. Any doubt in this? E power minus of t minus tau. So this minus should be outside the bracket. So in place of t, I am replacing with t minus tau. The next step is, before performing the integration, I have to simplify the e powers because I have base common, base. So if you remove the bracket, I will get e power minus 3 tau minus t, then plus tau I will get. So minus 3 tau plus tau becomes minus 2 tau. So it is e power minus t minus 2 tau into d tau. So once I have simplified the powers, then again I can expand this e term because I have some constant term e power minus t, because my integration is with respect to tau only. Again I am splitting it like e power minus t into e power minus 2 tau. So in these two terms, e power minus t is constant that can be moved outside the integration. So e power minus t integral 0 to t. So the left out term is e power minus 2 tau into d tau. And you all know very well how to perform the integration. So I want you to just perform the integration and get me the answer. I think I am audible. I'm waiting for the answer.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So what is the answer? Is it the same?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 multiplied with 1 minus e power minus 2t into e power minus t. See, I said this is important because my condition what I have taken t is greater than or equal to 0, but t less than 2. So this I can combine it and I can give it in a single line. So here t is less than 2, but t is greater than or equal to 0. So now, since one of the signal is infinite, another signal is finite, I have to do one more calculation for output. So that calculation is, I should take t is greater than 2. So I should take t is greater than 2. So t is greater than 2, but the lowermost limit is same, 0, but the uppermost limit is 2 only. Okay. So this is the uniqueness in this problem. If both are infinite, we would have done the integration only from the limit 0 to t. You can see in all the remaining problems, I do integration only between 0 and t. Whereas only in this problem, I am doing integration 0 to t separately. I am getting one more output and one more integration I am doing for 0 to 2. The reason is one signal is finite and the other signal is infinite. Okay, so the meeting may get disconnected at any time. So I know, the remaining steps, what you have to do it. Only the limits we are changing here, remaining everything is same. I want you to just try it by your own and just join back immediately once it is disconnected.